A 1B2 vocabulary. 50 most common English conjunctions and linking words with examples. 50 words. Clear pronunciation. Practical examples. Listen. Read. Repeat. A 1 level. Coordinating conjunction. The word is and. Pronunciation, and. Meaning, used to connect words, phrases, or ideas that are added together. And. Example sentence. I bought bread and milk. And. Example sentence. She speaks English and Spanish. And. Example sentence. We went home and watched a movie. Listen and repeat. And. Again. And. Say it aloud twice. A 1 level. Coordinating conjunction. The word is but. Pronunciation, but. Meaning, used to introduce an idea that contrasts with what was said before. But. Example sentence. I am tired, but I have to work. But. Example sentence. The room is small but comfortable. But. Example sentence. He called me, but I did not answer. Listen and repeat. But. Again. But. Say it aloud twice. A 1 level. Coordinating conjunction. The word is or. Pronunciation, or. Meaning, used to show a choice or alternative. Or. Example sentence. Would you like tea or coffee? Or. Example sentence. We can walk or take the bus. Or. Example sentence. Call me today or send me a message. Listen and repeat. Or. Again. Or. Say it aloud twice. A 1 level. Coordinating conjunction. The word is so. Pronunciation, so. Meaning, used to introduce a result or consequence. So. Example sentence. It was raining, so we stayed inside. So. Example sentence. I was hungry, so I made a sandwich. So. Example sentence. The shop was closed, so we came back later. Listen and repeat. So. Again. So. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is because. Pronunciation, because. Meaning, used to give the reason for something. Because. Example sentence. I stayed home because I was tired. Because. Example sentence. She is happy because she passed the exam. Because. Example sentence. We left early because the traffic was heavy. Listen and repeat. Because. Again. Because. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is if. Pronunciation, if. Meaning, used to introduce a condition or possibility. If. Example sentence. Call me if you need help. If. Example sentence. If it rains, we will stay home. If. Example sentence. I will go if I have enough time. Listen and repeat. If. Again. If. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is when. Pronunciation, when. Meaning, used to connect an action or situation with the time it happens. When. Example sentence. Call me when you arrive. When. Example sentence. I smile when I see my friends. When. Example sentence. When the class ends, we can leave. Listen and repeat. When. Again. When. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is before. Pronunciation, before. Meaning, used to say that one event happens earlier than another. Before. Example sentence. Wash your hands before you eat. Before. Example sentence. I checked the address before I left. Before. Example sentence. Please call me before you come. Listen and repeat. Before. Again. Before. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is after. Pronunciation, after. Meaning, used to say that one event happens later than another. After. Example sentence. We went for coffee after the meeting ended. After. Example sentence. Call me after you finish work. After. Example sentence. She felt better after she rested. Listen and repeat. After. Again. After. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is while. Pronunciation, while. Meaning, used to show that two things happen at the same time or to contrast two ideas. While. Example sentence. I listened to music while I cooked. While. Example sentence. She called me while I was driving. While. Example sentence. He likes cities, while I prefer the countryside. Listen and repeat. While. Again. While. Say it aloud twice. Quick quiz number 1. Which word matches this meaning? Used to introduce an idea that contrasts with what was said before. A, and. B, but. C, or. You have 4 seconds. Choose your answer. Quick quiz number 1. Answer. The correct answer is B, but. Meaning, used to introduce an idea that contrasts with what was said before. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is until. Pronunciation, until. Meaning, used to say that something continues up to a particular time or event. Until. Example sentence. Wait here until I come back. Until. Example sentence. I worked until the office closed. Until. Example sentence. Do not open it until you get home. Listen and repeat. Until. Again. Until. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is since. Pronunciation, since. Meaning, used to give a reason or to show the starting point of a period. Since. Example sentence. Since you are here, we can start. Since. Example sentence. I have known her since we were children. Since. Example sentence. Since it was late, we took a taxi. Listen and repeat. Since. Again. Since. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is as. Pronunciation, as. Meaning, used to show reason, time, or two actions happening together. As. Example sentence. As it was late, we took a taxi. As. Example sentence. I watched the street as the bus moved away. As. Example sentence. As I was leaving, the phone rang. Listen and repeat. As. Again. As. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is although. Pronunciation, although. Meaning, used to introduce a fact that contrasts with the main idea. Although. Example sentence. Although it was raining, we went out. Although. Example sentence. She smiled although she was nervous. Although. Example sentence. Although the task was difficult, we finished it. Listen and repeat. Although. Again. Although. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is though. Pronunciation, though. Meaning, used to introduce a contrast, often in a more conversational way than although. Though. Example sentence. Though I was tired, I kept working. Though. Example sentence. The food was good, though it was expensive. Though. Example sentence. I like the jacket. It is a little big, though. Listen and repeat. Though. Again. Though. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is even though. Pronunciation, even though. Meaning, used to emphasize a strong contrast between two facts. Even though. Example sentence. Even though I was tired, I went to the gym. Even though. Example sentence. She went outside even though it was cold. Even though. Example sentence. He stayed calm even though the situation was stressful. Listen and repeat. Even though. Again. Even though. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is unless. Pronunciation, unless. Meaning, used to mean if not or except if. Unless. Example sentence. I will go unless it rains. Unless. Example sentence. You cannot enter unless you have a ticket. Unless. Example sentence. Do not call me unless it is urgent. Listen and repeat. Unless. Again. Unless. Say it aloud twice. A2 level. Time conjunction. The word is as soon as. Pronunciation, as soon as. Meaning, used to say that one thing happens immediately after another. As soon as. Example sentence. Call me as soon as you arrive. As soon as. Example sentence. I will reply as soon as I can. As soon as. Example sentence. As soon as the rain stopped, we left. Listen and repeat. As soon as. Again. As soon as. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Conditional conjunction. The word is as long as. Pronunciation, as long as. Meaning, used to introduce a condition that must be true. As long as. Example sentence. You can stay as long as you are quiet. As long as. Example sentence. I do not mind walking as long as it is not raining. As long as. Example sentence. You can borrow the car as long as you drive carefully. Listen and repeat. As long as. Again. As long as. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Conditional conjunction. The word is even if. Pronunciation, even if. Meaning, used to say that a result will be the same despite a possible condition. Even if. Example sentence. I will go even if it rains. Even if. Example sentence. Call me even if it is late. Even if. Example sentence. I will try even if I might fail. Listen and repeat. Even if. Again. Even if. Say it aloud twice. Quick quiz number 2. Which word matches this meaning? Used to show reason, time, or two actions happening together. A. As. B. Since. C. Until. You have 4 seconds. Choose your answer. Quick quiz number 2. Answer. The correct answer is A. As. Meaning, used to show reason, time, or two actions happening together. B1 level. Purpose conjunction. The word is so that. Pronunciation, so that. Meaning, used to explain the purpose of an action. So that. Example sentence. Speak slowly so that everyone can understand. So that. Example sentence. I wrote it down so that I would not forget. So that. Example sentence. We left early so that we could avoid traffic. Listen and repeat. So that. Again. So that. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Conjunctive adverb. The word is however. Pronunciation, however. Meaning, used to introduce a contrast with the previous statement. However. Example sentence. The hotel was expensive. However, the service was excellent. However. Example sentence. I wanted to go. However, I was too tired. However. Example sentence. The plan is simple, however, it may take time. Listen and repeat. However. Again. However. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Conjunctive adverb. The word is therefore. Pronunciation, therefore. Meaning, used to introduce a logical result or conclusion. Therefore. Example sentence. The road was closed. Therefore, we took another route. Therefore. Example sentence. He did not study, therefore, the test was difficult for him. Therefore. Example sentence. The price increased. Therefore, we changed our plan. Listen and repeat. Therefore. Again. Therefore. Say it aloud twice. A1 level. Linking adverb. The word is also. Pronunciation, also. Meaning, used to add another related fact or idea. Also. Example sentence. She speaks French and also understands Spanish. Also. Example sentence. The hotel is cheap. It is also close to the station. Also. Example sentence. I need bread and I also need milk. Listen and repeat. Also. Again. Also. Say it aloud twice. B2 level. Conjunctive adverb. The word is moreover. Pronunciation, moreover. Meaning, used to add another important point, especially in formal English. Moreover. Example sentence. The course is practical. Moreover, it is affordable. Moreover. Example sentence. The plan saves time, moreover, it reduces costs. Moreover. Example sentence. The hotel is comfortable and, moreover, very well located. Listen and repeat. Moreover. Again. Moreover. Say it aloud twice. B2 level. Conjunctive adverb. The word is furthermore. Pronunciation, furthermore. Meaning, used to add further information or another supporting point. Furthermore. Example sentence. The job offers good pay. Furthermore, it provides training. Furthermore. Example sentence. The product is reliable. Furthermore, it is easy to use. Furthermore. Example sentence. The idea is affordable and furthermore saves time. Listen and repeat. Furthermore. Again. Furthermore. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking phrase. The word is in addition. Pronunciation, in addition. Meaning, used to add another fact, point, or advantage. In addition. Example sentence. The room is large. In addition, it has a balcony. In addition. Example sentence. In addition to English, she speaks German. In addition. Example sentence. The job is interesting and, in addition, well paid. Listen and repeat. In addition. Again. In addition. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking adverb. The word is besides. Pronunciation, besides. Meaning, used to add another reason or point. Besides. Example sentence. I do not want to go. Besides, I am too tired. Besides. Example sentence. The hotel is cheap and besides, it is close to the beach. Besides. Example sentence. Besides studying, he works part-time. Listen and repeat. Besides. Again. Besides. Say it aloud twice. A one-level. Linking phrase. The word is for example. Pronunciation, for example. Meaning, used to introduce an example of what you are talking about. For example. Example sentence. You can exercise at home, for example by doing yoga. For example. Example sentence. Some fruits, for example oranges, contain a lot of vitamin C. For example. Example sentence. Try a new hobby, for example painting or photography. Listen and repeat. For example. Again. For example. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking phrase. The word is for instance. Pronunciation, for instance. Meaning, used to introduce a specific example. For instance. Example sentence. Many cities are expensive. London, for instance, has high rents. For instance. Example sentence. You could learn a new skill, for instance coding. For instance. Example sentence. Some animals, for instance dolphins, are highly intelligent. Listen and repeat. For instance. Again. For instance. Say it aloud twice. Quick quiz number 3. Which word matches this meaning? Used to introduce a contrast with the previous statement. A. So that. B. Therefore. C. However. You have 4 seconds. Choose your answer. Quick quiz number 3. Answer. The correct answer is C. However. Meaning, used to introduce a contrast with the previous statement. B1 level. Linking phrase. The word is in fact. Pronunciation, in fact. Meaning, used to add a true detail that strengthens or corrects what was said. In fact. Example sentence. I thought the test was hard. In fact, it was easier than expected. In fact. Example sentence. She speaks 3 languages. In fact, she is learning a 4th. In fact. Example sentence. I do not dislike the city. In fact, I enjoy living here. Listen and repeat. In fact. Again. In fact. Say it aloud twice. A 2-level. Linking adverb. The word is actually. Pronunciation, actually. Meaning, used to correct information or introduce the real situation. Actually. Example sentence. I thought he was French, but actually he is Belgian. Actually. Example sentence. Actually, I have already finished the report. Actually. Example sentence. The film was actually better than I expected. Listen and repeat. Actually. Again. Actually. Say it aloud twice. A 2-level. Linking adverb. The word is instead. Pronunciation, instead. Meaning, used to show that one thing replaces another. Instead. Example sentence. We stayed home instead. Instead. Example sentence. Do not drive. Take the train instead. Instead. Example sentence. I wanted coffee, but I ordered tea instead. Listen and repeat. Instead. Again. Instead. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Conjunctive adverb. The word is otherwise. Pronunciation, otherwise. Meaning, used to say what will happen if something is not done or is different. Otherwise. Example sentence. Leave now, otherwise you will miss the bus. Otherwise. Example sentence. Write the address down, otherwise you may forget it. Otherwise. Example sentence. Wear a coat. Otherwise, you will be cold. Listen and repeat. Otherwise. Again. Otherwise. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking adverb. The word is meanwhile. Pronunciation, meanwhile. Meaning, used to introduce something happening at the same time. Meanwhile. Example sentence. I cooked dinner. Meanwhile, Maya set the table. Meanwhile. Example sentence. The doctor spoke to the family. Meanwhile, the nurse prepared the room. Meanwhile. Example sentence. The children played outside. Meanwhile, we made lunch. Listen and repeat. Meanwhile. Again. Meanwhile. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking phrase. The word is on the other hand. Pronunciation, on the other hand. Meaning, used to introduce a different or opposite point of view. On the other hand. Example sentence. City life is exciting. On the other hand, it can be stressful. On the other hand. Example sentence. The job pays less. On the other hand, the hours are better. On the other hand. Example sentence. Driving is convenient. On the other hand, it is expensive. Listen and repeat. On the other hand. Again. On the other hand. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Linking phrase. The word is as a result. Pronunciation, as a result. Meaning, used to introduce the result of an earlier situation. As a result. Example sentence. It snowed all night. As a result, schools were closed. As a result. Example sentence. Sales increased. As a result, the company hired more staff. As a result. Example sentence. I missed the bus and, as a result, arrived late. Listen and repeat. As a result. Again. As a result. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Prepositional linker. The word is because of. Pronunciation, because of. Meaning, used before a noun or noun phrase to give a reason. Because of. Example sentence. The game was cancelled because of the rain. Because of. Example sentence. I was late because of traffic. Because of. Example sentence. She stayed home because of a headache. Listen and repeat. Because of. Again. Because of. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Prepositional linker. The word is due to. Pronunciation, due to. Meaning, used to give the cause of something, often in formal English. Due to. Example sentence. The flight was delayed due to bad weather. Due to. Example sentence. The shop is closed due to repairs. Due to. Example sentence. Prices increased due to higher costs. Listen and repeat. Due to. Again. Due to. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Prepositional linker. The word is despite. Pronunciation, despite. Meaning, used to show that something happens even though there is a difficulty or contrast. Despite. Example sentence. Despite the rain, we went for a walk. Despite. Example sentence. She passed the exam despite being nervous. Despite. Example sentence. Despite the delay, we arrived on time. Listen and repeat. Despite. Again. Despite. Say it aloud twice. Quick quiz number 4. Which word matches this meaning? Used to show that one thing replaces another. A. Actually. B. In fact. C. Instead. You have 4 seconds. Choose your answer. Quick quiz number 4. Answer. The correct answer is C. Instead. Meaning, used to show that one thing replaces another. B1 level. Prepositional linker. The word is in spite of. Pronunciation, in spite of. Meaning, used to show contrast despite a fact or difficulty. In spite of. Example sentence. In spite of the cold, they went swimming. In spite of. Example sentence. He finished the race in spite of his injury. In spite of. Example sentence. We enjoyed the trip in spite of the rain. Listen and repeat. In spite of. Again. In spite of. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Comparative linker. The word is rather than. Pronunciation, rather than. Meaning, used to show a preference for one thing instead of another. Rather than. Example sentence. I would walk rather than take a taxi. Rather than. Example sentence. She decided to stay home rather than go out. Rather than. Example sentence. Try to solve the problem rather than ignore it. Listen and repeat. Rather than. Again. Rather than. Say it aloud twice. A two-level. Correlative conjunction. The word is both, and. Pronunciation, both, and. Meaning, used to connect two things that are equally true or included. Both, and. Example sentence. She speaks both English and French. Both, and. Example sentence. The job is both interesting and challenging. Both, and. Example sentence. Both Maya and Daniel enjoyed the trip. Listen and repeat. Both, and. Again. Both, and. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Correlative conjunction. The word is either, or. Pronunciation either, or. Meaning, used to show a choice between two possibilities. Either, or. Example sentence. We can either walk or take the bus. Either, or. Example sentence. Either call me or send a message. Either, or. Example sentence. You can choose either Monday or Tuesday. Listen and repeat. Either, or. Again. Either, or. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Correlative conjunction. The word is neither, nor. Pronunciation, neither, nor. Meaning, used to say that two things are both not true or not chosen. Neither, nor. Example sentence. Neither Maya nor Daniel was late. Neither, nor. Example sentence. The room is neither large nor small. Neither, nor. Example sentence. I drink neither coffee nor tea at night. Listen and repeat. Neither, nor. Again. Neither, nor. Say it aloud twice. B2 level. Correlative conjunction. The word is not only, but also. Pronunciation, not only, but also. Meaning, used to emphasize that two related things are both true. Not only, but also. Example sentence. She is not only smart but also very patient. Not only, but also. Example sentence. The course is not only useful but also enjoyable. Not only, but also. Example sentence. He not only called but also sent an email. Listen and repeat. Not only, but also. Again. Not only, but also. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Correlative conjunction. The word is whether, or. Pronunciation, whether, or. Meaning, used to show that the result is the same between two alternatives. Whether, or. Example sentence. I will go whether it rains or not. Whether, or. Example sentence. We need to decide whether to stay or leave. Whether, or. Example sentence. Whether you agree or disagree, please listen first. Listen and repeat. Whether, or. Again. Whether, or. Say it aloud twice. B2 level. Subordinating conjunction. The word is whereas. Pronunciation, whereas. Meaning, used to contrast two facts or situations. Whereas. Example sentence. Maya prefers tea, whereas Daniel prefers coffee. Whereas. Example sentence. The city is busy, whereas the village is quiet. Whereas. Example sentence. My old phone was heavy, whereas this one is very light. Listen and repeat. Whereas. Again. Whereas. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Coordinating conjunction. The word is yet. Pronunciation, yet. Meaning, used to introduce a surprising contrast similar to but. Yet. Example sentence. The task was difficult, yet we finished on time. Yet. Example sentence. He is young, yet very experienced. Yet. Example sentence. The restaurant was crowded, yet the service was fast. Listen and repeat. Yet. Again. Yet. Say it aloud twice. B1 level. Time conjunction. The word is once. Pronunciation, once. Meaning, used to mean as soon as or after something has happened. Once. Example sentence. Once you finish, send me the file. Once. Example sentence. Once we arrived, we called the hotel. Once. Example sentence. It becomes easier once you understand the system. Listen and repeat. Once. Again. Once. Say it aloud twice. Great work! Review this lesson tomorrow to remember more words. Subscribe for the next lesson. Word a Day English.